So my name is Lauren. I am from Kamloops, which is where I went to TRU I was taking arts there. And then in September, I moved down to Abbotsford, BC, and then I ran my painting business in Langley, BC.
Awesome. Cool. And what made you want to start running a business this year with us?
So I wanted to run a business because I was originally I was a painter for 2 years, and so I watched my franchisees run their business. They told me all about it, told me how much they learned from it, and so I just kind of went into it wanting to learn how to run a business and just learn new skills from everything that comes with running a business.
Okay. And what did you learn from running your business this year with us?
Skills, I don't know. I learned how to talk to people, and I learned um, how to I don't know, like how to manage people, how to manage my own time.
Okay. Sweet. Um, and I guess since I guess this year was a little different. So you were a painter for the last 2 years, and then this year we had COVID hit. So we had to change some things. So how do you feel that maybe like running the business through COVID was different, but also like what kind of things did you learn this year that you think maybe will help you, do well in the future?
Um, yeah, so for with running the business during COVID, we definitely had to adapt to the situation quickly. And so I think in the future it'll be easier for me to adapt to situations that aren't like as easily predictable, and I'll be able to sort of think on my feet better if I run into like just some challenges or anything like that. I can kind of navigate my way through them easier and keep myself calm while doing so.
Okay. And what did you take away from the program outside of the skills maybe that you didn't expect? So outside of like just like the traditional business stuff, what else did you learn or gain from doing student works with us this year?
I think the big one that I learned is just I'm still working on it, but dealing with stress definitely is one of those things. With running a business, you have to deal with a lot of stress, and so it's helped me learn that I need to figure out how to deal with stress, and so it's sort of been like the base as my first year, and so kind of as throughout the next few years, I'm hoping to get better at dealing with stress. But that's kind of what was the one thing that I was like, oh wow, I really need to work on that.
Yeah, I think stress is definitely a big one that a lot of people face. But I think a lot of people also think that like they need to hide from it, and that things can get a little challenging, and that they don't want to be stressed. But I think stress is everywhere in life, and it's really kind of important to take it head on and tackle it, and then learn to control it, right? So that no
Totally.
matter what you're faced with, you'll be able to handle it, right?
Exactly. And yeah, like with student works, you just get faced with all these things, and instead of having to put yourself in the situations where you need to learn to deal with stress, you're just kind of put in the situation, and then you're forced to deal with it, and then it just makes you learn quicker, I think.
Totally, totally. And I think you'll kind of be able to manage that really well next year as you go through the same thing. So it kind of brings me to my next question. You just finished up the summer. You did over $120,000, which is amazing, and you decided to come back next year. So why are you coming back for another year, and what do you want to kind of get out of that?
I'm coming back for another year because I just know that I can do so much better next year. I I in my first year, I saw what I struggled with, and so I know that this year we'll be able to make a specific plan with what I need to do, what I need to work on better for next year, and I just know that overall it's just going to be a better year for profit, better year for like stress, and then just more organized in general.
Wicked. And then final question, if you could give one piece of advice to someone considering running their own business next summer, what would that be?
Um, to just throw yourself into it because you're never really ready for it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. Did you feel like
I'm sure.
did you throw yourself into it last year?
Oh, for sure. And I feel like a lot of people do that. It's just like I thought about doing it for the first year I was a painter, and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm ready. And then the second year I still didn't think I was ready. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just do it. And in reality, it wasn't really a huge difference. I probably could have just thrown myself in the first year. It just would have been an extra year of experience. But here I am now.
Here you are now, exactly. Got a couple painters that are signing up to do this next year, and you're gonna have a nice little friendly competition.
Yeah, gonna have a good group of friends there next year. It'll be fun.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you, obviously, for taking the time to talk with me. I think this will really help some people out. So really appreciate it.
No problem.